Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My daughter and I recently went on a cruise on Navigator of the Seas out of Los Angeles, and one of the port stops was Cabo San Lucas. We privately booked a glass bottom boat tour through Viator, and this video shows that, along with a little walk along the pier that we had, and the tendering process back and forth from Navigator of the Seas. So let's jump right in and take a look. Here's my daughter bringing me my 360 camera. I had forgotten it in the room and she was gracious enough to go back and get it, along with her sweatshirt. When we left Los Angeles, it was clammy and cold at about 60 degrees, and that didn't improve much on our way south until we rounded the corner of Cabo San Lucas. You'll see me a little bit up on the front ship railing wearing a sweatshirt. We quickly our sweatshirts as it warmed up as soon as we rounded the Land's End point of Cabo San Lucas, so that was really nice. We had sunny skies, which was a nice change too. It was completely foggy and just not all that nice when we were in Los Angeles, Catalina, and Ensenada the previous week, so this was a really nice change in the weather. It was pretty windy, but that felt really nice once it warmed up to 80 degrees or so. So here we are pulling into the port of Cabo San Lucas. This is my favorite part of the ship, up here on the helipad on the Voyager class Royal Caribbean ships. I really miss it when I'm on a ship like the Oasis class or the Quantum class where you can't go up on the helipad. Really nice area to look out and see the waves go by. I thought it was pretty neat. If you look at the white caps down below us, they were braking to the right faster than our ship was going, which doesn't happen a whole lot when the ship is underway. Here we are on the tender. The tendering process was pretty easy. We had to go down to the dining room and get tickets for the tender, and then they called us by group number. We did get very close to the time when our excursion for the glass bottom boat started, so we did go down a little bit before our number was called, just to make sure we got in line and didn't have any issues getting to land, and everything worked out smoothly. The tender ride was really nice. It was one of the longer tender rides that I've taken, but the scenery is beautiful, especially on the left side where you can see Land's End with the rocks sticking out of the water. Fantastic view. I'm going to cut this footage a bit for brevity's sake, but I highly recommend, if you like this footage, to go to my other channel, Cruising Out of Sight 360 Uncut, where I have unedited footage, same as the footage here, but not cut down, without any narration and with some nice relaxing Latin music in the background for this clip. Some pretty cool yachts in this area, and even a pirate ship. Our excursion left from this pier on the right, so it was a very short walk to the meeting spot, which is almost straight ahead of us right now. Once we met up with our group at the meeting spot, they took us right around the corner to this pier and we boarded right onto the boat. Here we are on the glass bottom boat excursion. We were so surprised to find that we were the only two people on this boat. It was midday and we expected the excursion to be full, or that they would cancel it if there were only two of us, but they were more than happy to take us out, which I was so happy about. Our captain was a really nice guy and a pretty skilled pilot, as it was pretty crowded out there. He also had tons of jokes for us and kept it very lively the whole entire time. I was somewhat disappointed about the nature of the glass bottom boat. The little area that you see in between our knees where the life jackets are is the glass bottom boat part. So you had to look down through that little cubby to see underneath the boat. The water was a little murky, so we couldn't really see a whole lot to begin with, especially when we were underway. So we didn't really utilize this feature of the boat hardly at all. This excursion wouldn't be really good for people that got seasick. The boat was really rocking pretty hard when we went over other wakes in particular. Just such a narrow boat that there was a lot of rocking going on. So I luckily don't get seasick, but for people that are prone to it, I'm not sure that I would encourage them to take an excursion like this. You'd be better off in a bigger boat and in sheltered waters, not out in the open like this.
This is the local beach.
Okay.
All residents.
Oh, all right.
Sunday, so everybody day off.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Good thing you don't get seasick.
I know.
So it really starts rocking. Horse beach?
Yeah.
Or no?
You can't swim there.
You just jump in there,
No, you can't.
jump on the rocks.
See that cave? That's a lover's cave.
Okay.
Lover's cave. 2 people go in, 3 come out. Very romantic place.
It was an option to go to this Lover's Beach, he called it, to get out of the boat, but we told him we were happy just to stay in the boat, especially with those waves crashing along the shore. I didn't want to risk slipping and falling in the water. It just didn't seem to be worth it to me, but it's always an option.
You gotta pay for the gate. The rock in front of me, we call it the Howling Coyote.
Oh, I see that now. Okay.
Howling to the moon. Howling Coyote.
That's cool.
Not sure if you caught it on the audio, but he said that rock directly ahead of us is called the Howling Coyote, and it looks exactly like a howling coyote from this perspective.
Yeah, you're not kidding. right
Oh,
there.
I see.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
It is.
Mother Nature.
It's incredible. Yeah.
You see the crabs on the rock over here? They're the tiniest crabs right here.
Shortly, he's going to point out some sea lions that are on the rock in front of the boat, slightly to the left.
Wow.
Then in a second, you'll hear them barking at us. Right as we go around the rock to the right.
Oh my god. There's seals.
Noisy goose.
There's like a slide on the other side of where the legs are going down. That is so cool.
You don't speak sea lion?
No. They said
They
feed
have
me.
a great life.
That's amazing.
Sea groups.
Going back here, guys.
And another sea lion off to the right of the boat, up on the rocks a little bit. Not sure how they get up
Oh,
there.
there's the arch.
See the sea on the rock? Sleeping on the rock.
Nap time.
He was right there. Oh. He's right there, right in front of the boat.
Yeah.
You can't even really see him.
No.
Right there.
Let's read it.
Make the rock look comfortable. I want to sleep over there too. Look at him. Shame on you, see all. Look at him. You see the sea urchin right here on the bottom? Right now it's low tide.
Yeah.
Night time, the water goes up. Right now it's low tide.
Oh.
You would think the rocks would be smaller down that low tide line. You know,
Yeah.
from getting eaten away. That guy just picks out his comfy spot and then that's his.
And the right side, you got the Pirates Cave. Pirates.
Oh, that's big.
The Pirates Cave, yes. I'm still looking for the treasure.
And at
Yeah,
about
still
2
looking.
o'clock to us, there is Pirate's Cave. It's a little hard to see.
Oh no. One day.
The image stabilization on this 360 camera is amazing. It keeps the horizon completely level even though we're being tossed around like crazy.
Time for one day.
Oh, are you getting sprayed up there? Nope. I just
No, you got sprayed further back.
The surf up on the beach on the starboard side of the boat is amazing.
Waves up there are so
It's getting funneled in, and it's just crashing huge waves.
Need more weight up here.
The house is at the top of the mountain.
On the top?
The house in front is straight ahead.
Oh, straight ahead.
Yeah?
Big houses. Million hours.
We saw this when we were coming in.
Yeah, that's it.
They
They're
take it.
all along the beach.
From there, we turned around and headed back to the dock. The return trip was just as beautiful as the trip there, but I won't bore you with that repeat footage.
Wanna go swim up there?
Okay.
They can walk from lower beach towards the casino here.
Yikes.
Okay, now you see the arch. From here.
From there, we went to a Mexican restaurant on the pier and had an amazing lunch. They made guacamole for us right there at the table. We had some really good margaritas, just a really fantastic meal, and it was not very expensive at all. Sometimes when you're in these touristy areas, the price at the local restaurants is quite high compared to the real authentic local places. But we didn't find that here in Cabo San Lucas at all. There were a lot of merchants that came up to us along the way. Not super pushy. Most of them you could say no thanks and they would just go on their way. So that was nice. There was a small incident where a guy put an iguana on my daughter's shoulder and she was not impressed. She doesn't like iguanas, never mind one sitting on her. She was kind of freaking out. And then the guy was real pushy about taking his picture with her, or her picture with the iguana, or whatever. I told him to get the iguana off her shoulder and to beat it, and he kind of snarled at us, so that was kind of funny. We did buy some bracelets from a guy that had some really high quality stone bead bracelets, so that was nice. But here's our walk back to the tender. Actually, here's the guy we bought those bracelets from.
I remember you. Hola. Hola. How you doing?
Very good, thank you.
How's the food? Good?
Yes, very good.
Okay, man.
2 thumbs up.
Have a great day.
Thank you. It's to get off between 2:30 and 5:30 today.
This little cage on the left is the entrance down to the excursion for the glass bottom boat. They actually charge you $1 or $2 to get down to the boat at this little security cage, which I thought was kind of interesting.
It's got too many hats.
Oh.
His head must be mega hot.
These rocks are not rocks, but the concrete bricks are kind of slippery.
Yeah, a little
Or
bit.
maybe it's just my shoes.
No, mine too.
Well, both of our shoes are mega worn down.
Yeah. See, those people at the marina were smart. Instead of charging you $1 to go to the marina, they would charge you like 10 to get back. Because then you'd be stuck. Great to swim.
And right up here on the right, under these trees, is where the meetup spot was. It had a little counter in front of a building where we checked in. It was getting pretty close to the time where we needed to be back on the ship, so I think we grabbed one of the last few tenders, then we headed back, got back to the ship in time, and headed out. We had a fantastic time.
Obviously, we get tips when we're all on
They're not playing.
Looking back at that video, we had such a good time in Cabo San Lucas. We were so surprised to have that boat all to ourselves for the glass bottom boat tour. We were really amazed by the scenery, the rocks sticking out of the water there. It was really amazing. And then we had such a good lunch at the Mexican restaurant we picked on the pier. It has some funny incidents, shopping. I talked a little bit about that, but just all in all, just a really, really good time in Cabo San Lucas. Neither one of us had ever been there before, and I would definitely go back. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you want to see more of this video uncut and without me yammering on, I do have another YouTube channel called Cruising Out of Sight 360 Uncut. I encourage you to go over there and take a look at that. It's in 360 format as well, so you can zoom all around and you can see the whole entire roll of footage that I took, which is quite a bit longer than this one was. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you again soon.